I went, hey! Oh, fuck. He's not on this list.
Oh, yes, he.
Truth, I did not plan on having him on. Give it up for my good friend, my
Hey, yo, Nubian, the fuck's poppin'? We good? Shit. Yo, buddy, some of you guys are looking at me confused and shit, because you're like, yo, wasn't this guy just on here? You know what I mean? I was in the background, I swear to God, Nora looks like an evil version of me, you know what I mean? Like if you're looking for a Bollywood villain, this is the guy to look at. I was nervous though, because I'm like, I mean, I'm not really good at first impressions, and I get it, right? I have a very thuggish gangster exterior. Fuck you, miss. No, I'm just kidding. I get it. You know what I mean? I'm not that intimidating. I'm 26 and I'm balding. I look like a Gandhi that never fasted. It's fine. Like, bro, it's crazy. My dude, yo, bro, you look like one of those white guys that goes to the hood and teaches the kids how to play hockey. You know what I mean? Like a white Coach Carter. This guy's killing the game right now. I got bullied a lot as a kid, though. You know who bullied me the most? My fucking mom. Yeah. Bro, she used to make fun of me about my dad walking out. I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. He left you too, Ma. One time she walked in the room, she's like, wait, just say, knock, knock. I was like, what? She's like, knock, knock. I'm like, who's there? She's like, knock your dad. Bitch. Fucked up, bro. Oh. There's a lot of beautiful couples here tonight, man. This is amazing. You know what's crazy? This happened last night. I was doing the show. There was two guys in the front row, and I'm like, yo, are you guys homies or are you guys together, right? I want to swear to God, one of them gets up and the man's like, yo, I'm heterosexual as fuck, bro. And in my head, I was like, that's the gayest shit I've heard in my life. How fucking insecure you have to be to say some shit like that? You know what I mean? I bet you any money, this is one of those guys that doesn't eat bananas in public. You ever see that? I was with my homie one time who was peeling a banana. Some guy across the street was like, "Bati fish." I squished the banana, pulls out a spoon, and starts eating it like baby food. Moron, bro. I just got into a relationship recently, you know, and I love her, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you, guys. I love her. We've been together for like 2 years, and she's dope. But the crazy thing is, though, I knew her before COVID. So all it took was for a global pandemic for her to be like, yeah, this guy has a great personality, man. And I still remember our first date, right? In the middle of the date, she looks at me, she told me one of her exes cheated on her, and I'm like, yo, that's fucked up, right? No one should ever have to go through something like that. But then she looks at me, and she's like, honestly, I thought you were gonna do the same thing. And I was like, what? She's like, I thought you were one of those dudes that just sleeps with girls and then leaves in the morning. And I was like, oh my God, that's the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me. I'm like, she really thinks it's that easy. She thinks I walk into a club and I'm like, yo, I want that one, right? But like, I was still trying to play it cool because I didn't want to look like a bitch. So like, what I should have said was, yo, the reason why I'm here with you is because I like you, I vibe with you, and I want to see where this thing goes, right? But what I ended up saying was, yo, that was the old me. Like, I'm a changed man now. I like how you guys just showed up late casually, you know what I mean? Made the most noise. This is the most diverse crowd, and we got Barry, Ontario in the front row. Oh, shit, yo. You know what's fucked up about COVID though? Remember when all those movements and started happening, right? We had the BLM movement, we had all those protests, right? Things were blowing up, and everybody was like, yo, I can't believe racism still exists. You remember that? Everybody was like, yo, racism still exists. This is crazy, right? And I'm like, yo, I can believe it. Like, what the fuck did people think? It just up and vanished? You know what I mean? It was always there, it's just in the limelight now, you know? And like, I feel like this is the first generation in history where it's been difficult to be a straight white dude. Yo, how tense the fucking room just got. Weren't you agree, bro? You look nervous as fuck, dude. One of my boys came up to me one time, he's like, yo, I don't think white people can be victims of racism. And I'm like, I don't know about that. I feel like no matter what race you are, whether you're black, brown, or white, you can always be a victim of racism, you know? And I know that for a fact. Because I think I'm allergic to straight white dudes. I don't know what it is. Sometimes I see you guys and just get mad for no reason. Like, what's your name? Gregory? Fucking gross. Half the time this shit doesn't even make sense. I was at the grocery store, this white guy cashing me out, scanned some chicken, and then he scanned some eggs. He's like, hey, what came first, the chicken or the egg? I'm like, slavery, bitch. Just I'll tell you guys one last story. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I originally grew up in Jane Finch. I moved to Vaughan, right, a couple years back. And this is one of my biggest pet peeves. Do you ever see kids grow up in a privileged area trying to act gangster? You ever see that shit? Like, yo, you can't act like you're from the hood and all your basketball courts still have rims on it. You know what I mean? Like, but you have to mesh, you're in a nice neighborhood. This is what these kids started doing. This is a true story. They started driving around with motorcycles, little scooters and shit, throwing water balloons at random people. My cousin got hit. She was running through the park. These guys were driving on a little scooter, and his boy's sitting on the back, right? But this shit that made me laugh. His boy's sitting on the back of the scooter, and he's like, yo, dog, next time I see you, it's on site, eh? And then he starts hugging his boy from the back of the scooter. And he's like, watch out for the speed bump. Ah, right. He turns around, shoots my cousin in the face with a water gun, drives off, right? The next day, I see these same kids in the parking lot do the same thing to an older couple. Now, let me ask you a question. If I walked up to them, slapped them across the face, right? Am I justified? Yes. Unanimously. I told my girl this story. She said, babe, don't do nothing. She said, life teach them a lesson. Let God be the one to teach them a lesson. In my head, I was like, yo, what if I'm the lesson, right? Like, what if God said, 26 years, I need to go down to Woodbridge Avenue, kick this fat bitch Francesco in the chest. I pictured the whole thing in my head. I was gonna walk up to him, slap him across the face. Everybody's like, yo, did he just slap that kid in the face? I'll be like, did I just slap that kid in the face? Or did I just do God's work? You know what I mean? You guys in the